Morning, guys. This is Young with AO Reliance, coming at you with a quick dead channel update. I guess I haven't put any content out since like February. Got really sick of the editing and the time I was spending on editing and the shit ass quality that was being produced of that editing for the amount of time I was spending on it. I'm not an audio visual guy. Don't claim to be. Don't even want to be. But I do want to document as much as I can when it comes to outdoor self-reliance, general self-reliance, and just base fundamentals. I don't think enough people put enough emphasis on knowing the base fundamentals of just general everyday living and outdoor recreation, stuff like that. So it's just going to be one take with Sony action cams, minimal editing through Sony action cam software, and I will bring you the best content that I could possibly produce through that format, I guess. Channel updates, playlist, the F-250 Overlandish build. It is no longer there. The F-250 got traded in. I got something new, so that little playlist is going to transition into the 2018 Toyota Tundra SR5 TRD Overlandish build, and we'll do a little quick review and walk around of my new truck here in a minute, and kind of what I've got planned for it and what I'm going to do with it. And then the other thing is hopefully I'll get drawn this year. I put in for a rifle deer, and haven't hunted in decades, so I'm gonna get back out there, and that's how I'm gonna produce my content. That's how I'm gonna force myself to get out of these federal prisons we call cities and back into the wilderness where we belong, and start chasing some tail again. Oh, no further ado, here is the 2018 Tundra I bought back in April. Getting to be a pretty common make, model, and color. I'm starting to see a lot of this exact truck on the road. It's a good truck, but after 1,000 miles, I've got a couple of critiques, a couple of cons. But with that being said, I'd like to preface this by saying this truck here, I really like this truck, even though this video may sound like a complaining video. It's not meant to be. I just want people to have an honest review on it so they can make a little better informed decision. First con, for the price point that they're charging for this truck, the sticker on it was $46,000, and for $46,000 they could put a bed liner in this truck. So they didn't. That came out of my pocket afterwards. That would be the first upgrade that I did to this truck. Was I went and had the good people over at Universal Liner in Mesa, Arizona, shoot that spray and bed liner for me. So that was more of a critique on the dealership and the manufacturer than it is the truck, but it kind of put me off a little. The second con, which ties into a pro, is that this is the Crew Max, and I bought this truck because of the Crew Max, because this back seat has got a shit ton of room in it, and that's a pro. That was a selling point for me on this truck. That's just a lot of room back here. So, but the con to it is this seat is positioned up against the back wall. The backs of the seat do not fold down. There's no cargo area back there, or hardly any at all. And then the seats do fold up, but there's not a lot of room between the seat and the floorboard for cargo. So things like your little tool set and your jumper cables, stuff like that, I feel you should have in your car. There isn't a real good, you're really limited on where you can stow that. Now I do understand you could put a toolbox on here, but the second con with having the Crew Max is that you sacrifice some of the bed. This is only a 5.5 inch bed, so I'm not using this as a work truck. I do not want to sacrifice any of my bed cargo for a toolbox to you know, stow tools. So I'll have to figure out I don't know, I'll figure something out, and when I do, I'll post it. The next con is actually several little cons wrapped up into one, and that is the Toyota safety sense system, or their pre-collision system. This damn thing's got 4 computers on it, and I could really do without them, because most of them are running stuff like lane assist. Turn that off. Pedestrian radar, haven't seen it work yet because I haven't had a pedestrian jump out in front of me. An active radar on cruise control, that thing needs to go away. There is a way you can turn it off, but there's no need for it. Yeah, just all the little pre-collision sensors and gizmos, and then they're all calibrated to this stock ride height here. So when I go to put a 3-inch leveling kit on the front of this truck, I am being told I am probably going to knock a lot of those sensors out of calibration, and then I'll have that mess to deal with. Overall, so the pros, most comfortable truck I've ever driven cross country in. I've only done one trip down to Tucson with me and my family, so I had 5 people in here, and it was a very comfortable trip. Rode really nice. Hardly to no road noise inside the cab. Just a solid little truck. I can tell though that the sheet metal on this truck is a little thinner than what Ford and Chevy would put out, but it is what it is. This truck has got it's got plenty of time to establish itself as my favorite truck. Also has plenty of time to establish itself as the worst truck I've ever owned. Right now I've got it ranked 3rd, and I've only had it for a little under 2 months. So only time will tell whether or not this was a good purchase or a bad purchase. But basically that's it, guys. The overlanding that I'm going to be doing is going to be based on scouting for my deer hunts and stuff like that. I will make as many videos and clips as I can of that and put that together. You know, from the time I get drawn to scouting to hopefully harvest, chase and tail, and maybe do some you know, an overlandish build on this truck. You know, as I put upgrades on it, go ahead and post those. I'll go ahead and post those. Like I said, I've already done a bed liner. I've already got my medical kit in there. The next order of business for this truck will be rock sliders. I will put some rock sliders on here next. Then the 3-inch lift, and then when these tires are, or not lift, but leveling kit, and when these tires are wore out, we'll go ahead and put some 33s on it. Get her just a little more ground clearance all the way around. That's it. That's the channel update. Stay tuned. I will have an unboxing video of some military surplus stuff I ordered out of North Carolina, and a pair of binoculars that I'm going to use for glassing and scouting those deers. I'll do an unboxing and kind of a review on those, and you'll see those featured. Hopefully all this gear you'll see featured in my scouting videos, which hopefully I'll start in a couple weeks, provided the state of Arizona does not shut the national forest down on us for fire safety. So anyways, take care, guys. Stay tuned. I'm hoping what I'll bring you will be better than anything I brought you before, which shouldn't be too hard. Most of everything I brought you before has been pretty much shit, so hopefully this will work out better. Thanks.